Hello, my friends. How are you doing today? I am just getting things going here. I just finished organizing my desk and I see we have some peeps in the house already. So, how are you all doing today? Hello, Melody. Hello, Carol. Hello, Sandra. Thank you for coming from the UK. I have a really fun project for y'all today. I was so excited with this BetterPress project kit. And one thing about this kit that at the beginning gave me a little bit of a predicament, I guess, um, was that the truck doesn't have a die. And as a designer, we all want our dies, right? So, as a crafter, like all of you, I had to come up with a way to figure out how to use this amazing set in a way that I would want to use it, which is to create a scene. So that's when I put my thinking cap on and decided, okay, I got to figure this out. And then I got to share it with all of y'all. So, because it was driving me nuts. And I'm honest as the day is long. And I just needed to figure it out for myself. Hello, Catherine and Kim. And the Winter Rose new plate from Spellbinders. Do you know when it will be available? Winter Rose. I'm not sure. That one escapes me. You'll have to tell me a little bit more about that. I am not sure about that name. Do you know what collection it comes from? The Winter Rose. Tell me more. So anyways, so that's where this video came about, because as I was experimenting, I just fell in love with my projects. So, and to come up with the idea that I wanted to come up with, I decided to use other products besides just Spellbinders. And I've always had this love of the idea of having a series, which I've never really had time to do, but I've had this love of the idea of having a series called Mix Up Mondays, which I know I can't commit to do every single Monday, but it's something I'd like to do from time to time if you guys would like to do it from time to time. And it's mixing up products from multiple companies, from our stash, from current, whatever goes. We all have products in our stash that we want to use, and there's current stuff that comes out that I look at. I was like, oh, I've got that one product that could go with that. And when I created my group, Heartfelt Card Making with Spellbinders and More, I added the and more because I was leaving the company Heartfelt Creations at the time. And that's where the heartfelt came from. And I had a huge following from Heartfelt Creations at the time, which I was so sad I was leaving. And the company at the time was saying they were closing, and that's why the design team was all being asked to step down. And so that's where the name of my group came from. And I was with Spellbinders just starting out, and that's where the name of the group came from. And I encouraged my heartfelt friends to still use their heartfelt products that was all retiring and mix it up with other products, including Spellbinders or whatever else they had in their stash. So that's the name of the group and where it came from. And I added the and more so we could use whatever products we wanted to in our projects. So you guys are all welcome to join that if you're not already in it, and use your products. Share your products. Love your products, because that's the whole idea of that group, is to craft life together with whatever you have. So if you want new products, wonderful, buy them. I'd love you to use my links when you do. But if you don't have new products, that's okay too. Because we all have, man, if you could see my mess of a craft room. No, you can't. But I have this huge craft room full of stuff that, is lonely. So we're actually using some of it today. But anyways, okay, I'm rambling. Let's see. Hey, Terry from Ohio. Yes, Catherine, it's gorgeous. Let's see. The Winter Rose is in the coming soon products. It will soon be released this month. I'm still stumped. Winter Rose. I have all the new release products from this month. What's the name of the collection? Winter Rose is on their BetterPress page for new ones. The BetterPress Winter Rose. Well, if it's on the new releases coming this month, it would be on the 10th, most likely. They do sporadically. Yeah. Everything's BetterPress this month, Sandra. It's a BetterPress month. We have so much BetterPress coming this month. I'm sorry. I haven't dove in until the new release here. I actually have the new release here. Winter Rose. Winter Rose. I don't know if I'd be able to put my hands on it, but there's so much coming out this month, guys. There's so much. I could not even go through it all. Have you all seen the new... is it coming soon, or is it actually July's release? Because this month is like the peacock and... Yeah, I'm thinking it's August. Is it August release? Okay, I'll look into it later and I will figure it out for you. And I will get you an exact date and I will put it in the BetterPress group. Okay? The babes group. So let's jump into the project, because if not, I'm going to get lost in translation. We'll be here all day. And I know some of you would probably like to be here all day, but my husband probably wouldn't like me to be here all day because he's puppy sitting. I just woke him up so he could puppy sit because I did not want to be distracted by a puppy. So let's jump into cameras down and hands, and we'll get started on this project. There we go. Hands down. Okay, so y'all have probably seen the BetterPress Club. And if you guys saw my preview video this morning, you have seen this card. And this card, when I created this one, I actually did this one after the one I did today. We're doing today. But when I created this one, I completely forgot to use BetterPress paper, and that's okay because you don't have to use BetterPress paper every time. So this is a completely smooth card, but you can see how good the BetterPress actually stamps on a regular card. See how smooth that is? And I ink blend, or I used the stencil from last month, and I stenciled the lines here first. And when I was stenciling, I just made it super soft here in the middle. It's still stenciled. It's still green. You can see that in here. But I super, super soft stenciled there in the middle. And then I kept going and I finished the whole thing. And then I made sure I used a really dark ink when I pressed this. And I didn't feel like our cosmic blue for Spellbinders was going to be dark enough. So I pulled in the LDRS Dark Wash. Let's see, is it Dark Wash Jeans ink? This was much darker than our Cosmic from Spellbinders. So I pulled that one in and was able to get a much darker blue which completely covered up my yellow and my light green. So you can't even see that I pressed over that. And I I I wasn't sure if it was gonna work. I wasn't sure if this was gonna turn green right here, but the blue was dark enough. Hey, Justine. The blue was dark enough to compete with that blue and yellow making green, and I just love the way that turned out. I was just ecstatic when it worked. So that was one way. Now, a trick here, though, is I didn't use the actual registration. Instead, I used my plates like, let me see if I can explain this, because I had my card already inked. This was already inked. And so I had to line this up, so I couldn't use the registration. So I had this taped on here, and I put my plate where I wanted it, like so, like this. Of course, that's going to hook on there. Let's see if it doesn't hook to my sticky mat. Let me move my sticky mat. So I placed this on here like this. I placed this on here exactly where I wanted it. And then I came this way and picked the card up. Like so, except I did it the other way around. Duh. So I picked it up like so. Like that. And then I did that press. Then I did the same exact thing with the tires. I did this. Then I took the little tires and I put the tires on here. And got them exactly where I wanted them. Let's see here. Like so. Of course, I was more precise. Then I removed this. Of course, these were left precisely like that because I was really careful. Picked those up. And then gently inked so they would not move. I mean, literally gently inked. And by doing that, I made sure they didn't move. And then I got our tires. And I couldn't believe it. I got it on the first try. Now, Glimmer, on the other hand, I didn't get on the first try. So, but that's how I did that one. So this was a little finicky. I mean, a little, I had to be super careful, but it worked. And I was really happy with it. So that's how I did that one. Now let's jump in to the other one. And as for these, I noticed Melody brought these up. These are the free Caboodle plates or sentiments that are coming with the Caboodle Club this month. You also get a stencil for the Glimmer to stencil your holly. As far as we know, they will not be available for single purchase. That's what we've been told. Now, you never know in the world of Spellbinders, but that is what we've been told, is they will not be available in the future. So, there's nothing else I know about that. So I'm sorry. So let's see. So let's jump to our stenciling. We will be better pressing a little bit here, but I'm going to jump to the stenciling. We are going to use Tina Smith's background stencil and Altenews Mountain Scene Building stencil. And the most important piece of the puzzle is missing. That is not a good thing. Talk amongst yourselves. Don't tell me I'm going to have to glimmer another one of them, because then we'll be here all day. I have my sample. Hey, Gail. This is what happens when you clean your craft room. You clean your craft room and you can't find a darn thing. Ah, I found it. Thank you, Jesus. Here is our truck. Now this little guy is glimmered because I needed to have a... That is a great idea, Sandra. Great idea. Cut them down. Because, you know, they should have given us a Father's Day one. A Father's Day. I would have totally loved a Father's Day one. But I will, yes, take a Father's Day sentiment, cut it down with the plate that comes with the die or the set from this month. Absolutely. Okay, so here is our foiled truck. So make sure that's in the frame perfectly so y'all can see. And then we're going to use the mountain stencil here. This is just a one single stencil, so it's really affordable because of that, which I love. And this has mountains here at the top, and then the other piece here, and then you also got trees. So we are going to make a mountain scene across the top here. Pulling your comments back up so I can see you. Yes, sparkly red truck. I had to have a sparkly paint job. Y'all know me. Had to do it. I had to do it. I think I want... This feels like it's backwards. I'm looking at my sample here. I did test this because I know me. So I'm just looking here to make sure I get this right. Because knowing me, I'll be talking, and you know what happens when I talk. So I just want to make sure I'm lining this up correctly. There we go. Okay. So we're going to put this, and actually I think I'm just going to line it up with the top of the paper. I think that'll be a good placement for that. Well, no, let's give us a little more sky. Let's pull it down a little bit. Okay, so that's going to be the top of our peaks. And let's go in with the lighter color first. I'm using LimeStone here. And we are going to do this first layer. I don't need to mask anything off just yet. So we are going to mask that truck, but I don't need to for this first layer. Don't let me forget. Do any of you use these Altenew blending brushes? Have any of you ever used them before? Let me remember, do I switch this or do I go up here? Look at the teacher trying to teach the teacher trying to teach the teacher. There we go. Then we're going to do the second one in the darker color. Sandra, do you have some? I love them. Hello, Lisa. Welcome to our little party here. I'm going to get the silver stone now and do the second side of the mountains. This is just a little darker. Put this over here, be easier. I am using an Ultra Sticky Mat. It's the one that comes in my stamp wheel. I just took it out of the stamp wheel to make it easier. And then we're gonna make this a snowy scene by using a couple different products. Both from my stash. Probably both of them aren't even on the market anymore, but you guys probably have them in your stash or something very similar that you could use. So I figure a lot of you have a stash like me. So forgive me if you can't find them, but we got to use our stuff, right? I got ink on the top. That was dumb me. It's okay. We'll survive. You get the idea. Okay. So now what I've done here is I've cut me another little red truck and I fussy cut him out and I'm going to put him right on top. Okay. Now with glimmer, you have to be careful because you can't tape on glimmer. So I've left this white section in so that we can take the tape and tape it right where that is. So we're going to tape carefully right in here where the window is with our best ever craft tape. And this will ensure that we don't lose our glimmer. Now for the little the rear view mirrors, there was no fussy cutting around that, guys. So I just cut them off. And you'll see it doesn't end up mattering. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take this comment off here so you guys can see the full screen. All right. So now we're covered up. Our truck is covered up. So as we come down farther, it is not going to matter as much. Now I'm going to wipe this stencil off so we get that gray off of there. Just a little bit of alcohol. I don't want any of that on my paper like we already have, right? Already have. I knew I'd make a mistake in this video. But that's okay. We're amongst friends. Beauty about alcohol is it dries super quick. So, okay. All right, so now we're going to take and we're going to do some trees. So the trees, I want to overlap my mountains. You know, before I do the trees, I'm going to do the sky. Yes, I'm going back and forth, but it will be okay. Terry, the press plate is definitely going to be on my Christmas cards. Oh, that's awesome. How are you planning on using it? Do you have any ideas yet? I'm just using some paper towel to make sure this doesn't have too dark of ink on it. Kim, I am not sure. I doubt they're the same size, but they could be similar, or you could do the same type of thing with it. Oh. So I'm going to come in here and, and maybe I'll darken up the edges a little bit since I have that gray up there. But I was planning on coming in here just super lightly. But since I have that gray up there, I might come in here a little more heavy-handed on the edges. Since I have that gray, I'll kind of disguise it a little bit. But I want to come in super light where it's going to touch the mountains because I don't want my mountains all blue. So I'm just going to come down here and just barely kiss the mountains. Altenew inks really dry back nicely, so they're very forgiving. I'm just going to take my time. And get in those mountains in there. There we go. There we go. We're still going to have that little thing at the top there, but it'll be okay. We'll see how that looks after it dries back. All right, now we'll add some trees. Okay, so I want some trees up here because we're going to have to disguise this line right there. So I'm going to put some trees up this way. Move this in here. Move these over. Just get our greens out. This one here is Forest Glade. I'm going to do some lighter ones in the back and then a little darker coming forward. So let's have this go up like so into the mountains. All sorts of things are going through my head. Halloween, masculine cards, great plate. Oh, Barb. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to get some trees up here. So what do you guys think of this mix-up idea? Do you guys like this mix-up idea of mine? If you've noticed, if you're part of my Heartfelt with Card Making, you notice I'm going right over my rear view mirror there. Trying to go a little more heavy-handed on the mountains. Because I want this green to kind of blend away that line right there. That's wonderful, Melody. Yeah. And you should mix them up. As a content creator myself, when I'm making something for a company, I'm not supposed to mix them up. You know, we're told specific things that we need to do. But for something on my own, I'm allowed to, you know. So, but I love the idea to do that. So this is something, you know, I'm doing on my own. This isn't something a company has asked me to do. You know, this is something I'm doing because I love to craft. So, okay, so there's our first layer of trees. Now, I'm going to be a little sneaky here, and I'm going to clean this stencil. And we are going to turn it over and use the other side. Be really careful when you clean these stencils because usually I take it to the water and I just let the water run over it. And if you've got a really good dye-based ink, a really quality dye-based ink, it will run right off your stencil in the water. You won't have to pick at it. If you use a baby wipe, all of these little edges that make this gorgeous detail will end up catching on all these little pieces, and you'll end up damaging your stencil. So just be super careful along that part. So we did this. So now I want to come in and do something like this. I'm turning it around upside down. And I want to do it this way now to fill in this space. And this is going to get rid of the rest, hopefully, the rest of that line. Make sure this is down so it doesn't move. This is an Altenew stencil. It's Mountain Scene Building Stencil, and I will have it linked down below, the name of it, and also a link to where you can get it. It is currently available, even though it's an older stencil, at the Altenew website. It's very affordable, too, because it's just a single stencil. Since it doesn't have multiple layers. But it's got multiple things, which is, to me, money for value. So that's one thing that drew me to it when I saw it go on sale. I never knew I'd use it for this, though. Let's see, and put a little bit more right there. So you see how that line is starting to disappear, that horizon line from the mountains? So let's see how that looks now. Okay, so now I'm going to take a light hand and I'm going to blend this off here into a light green. Just so it's not stark white. I'm going to do the same thing right in here. Just so that right in there is not stark white. I just don't want that little bit right there stark white. Okay, so now I'm going to wash this one more time. Okay. Yes. Yes, Kelly. Yes. Baby wipes ruin stencils. Yes, all these little details. I just put it under the tap, and usually I know my Altenew inks. I just run it under there and the ink just falls off. So, hi Beverly. Yes, yes, and that's how the stencil is actually created, Beverly, here. Yeah. It's actually created that way to where you can do the shadow and reflection of the actual, so you have a water here. Yep, that's exactly the way the stencil is made. Thank you for pointing that out so I could show them. Yeah, it's a really cool stencil. I just wanted it to be mountains and pine trees because, I don't know, Christmassy. That's what I was going for. So let's jump over to here and we will do, let's see on this side. I want to do some here, I think. We'll do, but we're going to go to the darker green now. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. So I'm going to switch to Evergreen. This is darker, so I'm coming forward now. Let's see, get these straight. I wanted there to be a little contrast between it and the grass. And actually, I don't know if I don't want to go too far down because of my grass. So we're just going to put that there. Whoops, don't want to do that. But I needed some contrast between this and this because it's going to be similar to this color. So I wanted to go darker, closer to where I am, closer to where we're standing. Okay. And then we will put some more right in here. Like so. Like this. Okay. So we've got some of those. And I'm going to take some of this and fill in. I'm going to get this cleaned off. And get that dark green off of there. And I'll just fill in a little of that right there. Now, I had thought about, at this point, doing this part. And the only way I can see doing it is cutting off this stencil right here. As you can see, where these are, I don't have those masked, but the foil doesn't get messed up by the inking. So my thought is I could cut the mask here and stencil over this area so that we can see the trees through the windshield. I'll have to hold this though because there's no way to tape it. So what do y'all think? Should I attempt to do that? Or should I just leave it white? Think about that for a second while I do the grass. Because that's something that's on my mind. Yes, I am actually doing alcohol on my stencils. Yep, that's what I'm spraying on it. That is exactly what I'm spraying on it. Whoops. Just got ink on my shirt. No big deal. Threw ink on my shirt. You think I should give it a try, Sandra? So I'm going to switch over to the other stencil now to give us some grass at the bottom. Where did I put the other stencil? Where did I put the other stencil? There it is. You think I should try? Okay. Well, I'm not seeing the other stencil at the moment, so I might need to try. I found the package for it. Guys, it doesn't matter how much I plan. I still can't find stuff. Are y'all laughing at me? It's okay. Go ahead and laugh. I got the package. If I have to, I'll use the mask. I got the mask. Okay. There. Is that it? No, that's not it. That's mountains, little hills. Let's grab this one. We'll attempt to do this. That should have said I do. There's the stencil. Can y'all guess where it was? Let's do the grass first, and then we will do the windshield. We're laughing with you because that's how we craft. Thank you. Thank you. Gosh, thank you. Okay, so Melody, can you guess where the stencil was? Oh, goodness. Y'all are funny. I love you. Just take a wild one. Under some paper. You're doing a good job. Bang up job, Mila. Thank you. No, actually, it was down by my feet. Man, people are going to come to my channel and see this, and they're going to say, whoa, we don't need to watch her. But hey, we're having fun, so that's all that matters, right? This little stencil has mountains also, but they're sized to go behind the scenes from Tina Smith's collection, the Window with a View scenes. So I'm just choosing to use her little grass stencil here. But she has mountains and a cityscape and a cloud. And so I'm just using it for a real quick little grass at the bottom, just to finish off our scene so we can fill the card up. That's all I'm doing here, just to give us some simple grass at the bottom. No rocket science here. I'm not even really pushing it down. Then they wouldn't know what they would be missing. Thank you for being my peeps. I appreciate you. Okay, let's see how that looks now. Ta-da! We have grass. Fill in a little bit right there. Right there under the truck. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Ah! And the reveal. Thank you. Okay, let's put the cap on the ink. Put that one. That was Grassy Knoll by Pink Fresh. I just wanted a lighter green. I wanted a grassy green. I know. Winter scenes. There's no grassy green in the winter. I know. But this is Fantasy World. Melanie's Fantasy World. So we can have green grass if we want to. We're going to cover it up with snow anyways. So, hey, stay tuned. We have not finished. So, let me grab my rag. I know there's lots of cleaning in this, but can't be helped. See, this is all the stuff I take out of the videos, so y'all don't have to watch. Bless your hearts. I cut as much of it out as I can. All right, we're going to need that mountain one if we're going to attempt this. So, okay. So let me grab my fussy scissors. Okay, let's just grab the big ones. Let's see, I just need this portion right here. So then I'm going to have to hold with my sweet little hands. Actually, I could actually tape it, but would have to tape it there, and that would risk us pulling that up. So we're not going to do that. We're going to attempt. How am I going to hold that down, though? Let's see. What is my least sticky tape? My least sticky tape. I would have to say mint tape. Wouldn't y'all say? Mint tape. I'm thinking mint tape. Okay. We don't care about this foil. We only care about the foil underneath. So let's just pray this doesn't pull up our inking. Okay, we're going to just go with it. So let's see. Let's see if we can line this up. Oh. Stay there. That does not feel right. Okay, wait a second. Oh. Okay, now this has to fit here somewhere. Wait, that looks right. Right there. Okay. That one only goes over that tiny bit. Are you with me? I know masking paper, but I was scared to stick it to my glimmer. That was the thing about the masking paper. I know I could use masking paper, but that was my fear. Okay, so that's the only little piece from that one. Then we have, is it that? I didn't do these all the way across though, guys. So I'm going to have to fake it. Fake it till you make it. So we're going to pretend that was right there. Fake it till you make it. You know what? I might make that. Should we make that one light green? I think I'm going to make that light green. Should I make that light green or dark green? Light green or dark green on that one? Should be dark green. Come on, people, talk to me. Light green? Light? Okay. Maybe I can get a little bit of dark in there too. We'll see. Let's see. That was my first thought, is dark or light. Because if I can kind of keep it like kind of up there, maybe I can get a little bit of the of the dark green in there too. Okay. You know I was not planning on doing this, guys. Y'all be okay being here more than an hour? Because we still got to add snow. All right. And then we will add a little bit of dark too. Hopefully it'll look okay. Should it all be light, or is it okay to have a little dark at the bottom? Because the light's here and then the dark's running through here. So I was going to make this dark down here. Good. You still have coffee. Good deal. I still have Coke too. I'm going to do the little bit of dark. I think it needs a little bit of dark, and I think it needs to go this direction because this looks like it's going downwards. So I'm going to do it like so. And that way there's some overlap too. I love getting y'all's feedback. I'm going to kind of go light on the dark though. Not so dark. I love that point about it being through the glass. I think that was Lisa that said that. Or was it Lisa? No, Melody. You know, people called me Melody when I was younger. It's a good name. Let's see. Bam! Oh, let's not rip it now. We did it, guys. We did it. Yay! He just driving down the road. Okay. So now we need to brighten it up a little bit because my sky did get kind of dark. And those trees were a little darker than I expected too, but that's okay because we're going to add some snow to them. So let me put this onto the card base for some stability. Real quick. This will flatten it down a little bit for me. I got a little smudge of something down there at the bottom, of course. Of course, it's not straight. Goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Where's my Misty? Where's my Misty, Misty, Misty? Mini Misty to the rescue. Yes, I'm a perfectionist. Yes, yes, yes. If y'all didn't already know that. Drives me nuts. It still didn't go on straight. Oh, maybe my card base isn't straight. Okay, well, A for effort. Kelly. Here, I'll fix it. I will fix it. We'll tell him, won't we? Bam. See, that's all it was right there, is a dumb card base. Okay. Yeah, we got a smudge somehow. Maybe it was on my hands. I don't know. Okay. So, adding snow and our sentiment. Oh my goodness, our sentiment. You want a BetterPress? That's how I fix it too. Yep. Does anybody want a BetterPress? We need a sentiment. We need a tree. Okay, you guys get to pick the sentiment. Okay. Okay, we've got happy birthday. Hello, thank you. Now remember, we are making this a snowy scene. So those are your non-Christmas. Then we have Merry Christmas, and we have delivering cheer. Yes, we're putting the tree in the truck. So we're also having a green snowy tree. So what do we want our sentiment? Do we want it Christmas? Merry Christmas, delivering cheer. Delivering cheer. Yeah, okay. And then we'll have these two dies to cut those out also. All right. So I'm going to use these two like so. And we're going to take this onto here. I'm going to use some LDRS Creative ink today. It's a hybrid ink, and I like the colors on it better than the colors I had in my Spellbinders inks. So we are going to use Evergreen for the tree and Kiss Me Red for the sentiment. I thought by better pressing these two, it would give us some contrast on our glimmer card, our car. So let's go ahead and do this one here. These hybrid inks work really well with your BetterPress. Hey, Carol. Everybody agreed in delivering cheer. I'm hoping this red is a little bit of a variation too, so that it shows up better than the glimmer sentiments that I did, because I did do some glimmer sentiments and I can show those to you, but I just felt like they blended too much with the car itself. So I wanted the sentiment to show up. I know we're die cutting, but I just don't want that ink on my paper. It happens sometimes. So let's see how this goes. Got my Platinum 6 on the left here, so I'm just going to run it through my Platinum 6. Get those out real quick. right, we have a tree and a sentiment. Ooh, get my cleaner. This is the Extreme Clean that you guys have seen me use before. And don't forget, most of you already know, but if you're new here, LDRS, I do have a coupon code for 15% off using Melanie15 at checkout. So make sure you always enter that. You can use it multiple times every time you check out. And it is important to clean this immediately. Not immediately, but at least soak it. Okay. There we go. Put those back on the die so I don't lose them like everything else. Okay. And we'll take these off and die cut them real quick. And we will put a snow on everything. So how many Christmas cards do you guys make every year? And when do you start? Do you start in July, or are you a last minute crafter? I don't have a ton of Christmas cards that I need to send out each year. I have a handful that I send out, but I don't have like a slew of them. I love this die. I think I'm going to use this die for a lot of things. Kelly, I make around 50 cards. And I start in December. I make between 50 and 60. I start in July. Okay. Sandra, have you gotten your Scout and Platinum? Sandra and I both got the Lilac Shimmer Scout and Platinum. Did anyone else get any of the new Scouts? Okay, why is it not going through? What am I doing? Of course it's not. What? There we go. Lilac Scout, love it. No, not yet. Is it delayed in the UK? What? No, that's not fair. I didn't do an unboxing of mine because so many people had done them already. I got mine. I purchased mine. I did not receive it from the company. So by the time I got mine, it had already released. So I just decided not to worry about doing an unboxing. You guys are actually the first time seeing it. on film or video. But it does work really well. I have had no problems with that. Actually, was the first time I had an issue of anything running through it wrong. And it's probably because I had it at an angle and I wasn't paying attention. But I like that it has a really long platform. This platform is what I like about it. Okay, let's see here. So we're going to have our truck. That's going to have him in the back. And then we're going to have our deliverance shear here. I think we'll pop this up just a little bit. I'm going to grab some of my older adhesive because I'm trying to get rid of it. Use your stash. I'm trying to get rid of it. So I'm going to add these back here. Hey, Sherry. Glad you found us. Absolutely. See the scene we've made? Oh, you just got your Scout? You just ordered her? Did you get the lilac or the white? You're going to love her. She has the universal platform, and she's a little dream. I'm glad you're excited. Wow, Major, you make 80 to 100. But I started taking a class at my local scrapbook store that makes 2 to 3 a month. I start now, but usually wait for a crop in October to finish them. Well, that's great. That is a great way of doing it. I don't think I've ever seen you post before, so welcome to my channel. Okay, come on. The release papers are always fun, especially on adhesive that you've had a while. Probably shouldn't be using this in a live, huh? But I'm trying to use it up. I told y'all. Gotta get this stuff out of here. I'm on a mission. Okay, and look, see, this did exactly what I wanted it to. It is a different color. It's off a little bit, and that's what I wanted so that we could see a difference between the nameplate and the paint job. So, well, hi, Tony. Well, that's okay. That's okay. If I call you Major by accident, just know it's out of love. Because I will probably not remember. But I'm so glad you're here, and I love newbies. So make sure you join my group over at Heartfelt Card Making at Spellbinders and More on Facebook, because I'm a hand holder. So if you're a newbie, I'm more than happy to help in any way possible. I'm going to put this. You know what? Look, I just covered up all of our beautiful stenciling. I'm moving this down a little bit. Okay. No, I need to move it up a little because I got to put some snow there. But look at that. I just covered up my stenciling. So if I would have messed up, it would have been okay. That's hilarious. Okay. So now let's do some snow. Now I have some fake snow that we can put on. I have got Tina's stencil that we could do snow caps if we wanted to. And then Spellbinders actually gives us snow in the kit. So we have these little die cuts of snow that I've die cut out of the glitter card from Spellbinders. And I've got some of these also to show you. And then we will be done. Okay. I think Okay, let's get all these little pieces because these little pieces go on the tree. These little itty bitty pieces. Okay. So this long piece goes right back here on the back of the truck. So we'll go ahead and put that one on. I'm using my Sweet Petunia glue press, which I absolutely adore. Best 30 bucks you'll ever spend. So I'm going to put that right there, give him some snow on that little ledge. Then there's a curve piece that is made to go right along the top curve. And I should be using my tweezers so you can see where I'm putting all this stuff. Goes right along this curve of the truck, like so. Then there's these little tiny pieces, and they are to add detail to your tree. So you can add like little details wherever you want along here. And I just thought for some glitter, we would add some little pieces of snow right in here. Like that. It's already got the white pieces, but this just adds the shimmer. Like so. My husband asked me yesterday, or was it Saturday, that we were crafting together. He helps me with my die cutting sometimes. And we were crafting together. And after our crafting session, he said, thank you, Sandra, for posting that. He said, I think I need to learn to use your little tweezers. He says, if I'm going to be doing this die cutting stuff, I think I need to learn to use the tweezers. And I told him, I said, and I think you need to learn to maybe use my glue press too, because maybe then I can talk you into actually gluing stuff. Because he's up till now, he has not glued anything for me. And I'm trying to talk him into glue and die cuts together. So there's our little snow on our tree in our truck. Now, they've made other pieces here that you can put like down here in the grass, like so, like behind the wheels and stuff like that. But I thought we would use the fake snow instead, because then we can put it up in the trees. So what I'm going to do, and this will get a little bit messy, but that's okay. We can get messy, right? These were the nameplates, by the way, that I made from the Glimmer. And I made them on foil cardstock. So this one was done on silver foil mirror card. These were done on gold, just so you can see them. But they kind of blended in with the truck being so shiny because I did it on that shiny card or the shiny Glimmer. So that's why I wanted something to contrast right there. Okay, so I'm going to use this. And I think instead of doing the top of the mountains, I think we're just going to put some up here too. So let's just line the tops of our mountains with our glue, like so. This will just be a little easier and will save us a little time. And put a little right there. And let's see, I'll go ahead and do, whoops. Go ahead and do a little in the trees as well. And just put some dots. Just where you want the snow to fall, maybe on the tips. Do that first layer first. And we're going to take this little fake snow. This was actually an old Crafter's Companion item from back in the day. I don't know if anyone carries it anymore, any type of fake snow. But if you have anything like this, you could do this. It's just little particles is all it is that you just kind of sprinkle on and shake off. So we'll do that. You could also do glitter. And that will dry, and you'll have those little tiny pieces of snow in your mountains. So I'll go ahead and do a little bit more down here. You don't have to add snow, but it was just looking so springy almost, and I wanted it to have a little more wintry feel. So then you can add, a little bit in the grass down here, so that just the peak, just the peaking of the grass is coming up under the snow. What'd be cool is maybe it won't stick right there where the thread's gone. Go like that. And we'll put some more on there. And all this feels like is like maybe kind of like if you took a styrofoam, like peanut, and cut it up or demolished it, shred it. That's what this feels like. It feels like it's styrofoam, but just really shredded. Maybe put a styrofoam ball through, or a styrofoam peanut through a something in the kitchen to shred it up, like shred it with the what would that be? The cheese shredder. That's what this feels like. There we go. So now we have more snowy scene. So there we go. Thank you so much, Kim. Aw. So what do y'all think? Do you think this is something you would try? Would you stencil around your BetterPress truck? I think it's worth it to have a background. The truck needs a background. Let me switch on over to the face cam. You are so welcome, guys. And Tony, I am so glad you found us today and that you were here and we got to meet you. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it. Got the stencil in my cart. Well, I'm glad that you found it, Melody. You're very welcome. All of you are very welcome. I hope to do this again with you sometime in the future. This was a lot of fun, and I appreciate y'all being here and crafting along with me. That's my goal, is to craft life with you. So definitely join me over in my personal group. And yes, don't forget to hit the like button. The like button, the share button, comment after the live is done. All that stuff helps. It's not just the affiliate links that help us creators. Those just let the companies know that we are sending people their way. That way they support us with product. That's really what affiliate links are. So they do give us a small commission when you shop. on anything at those establishments, but they never cost you anything for clicking them. So, you know, support all your makers. That's what I always say. Not just me. Support all your makers because that's how we keep going. So share the wealth. If they inspire you, support your makers. So thank you so much. I'll say hello to Randy and Lola. And I will thank him he's probably sleeping with her. We never let her in the bedroom. So he is probably got her up in the bed and she's never been in the bed. So, oh boy. They better not start something because our kitties would never forgive us. So, I love that you like the snow. And my friend Lisa will love that too because she's the one that gave me the snow. So thank you, Lisa. Oh, thank you, Justine. I appreciate that. Yeah, Justine is Stationery by Justine is my cohort over on the BetterPress Babes. So make sure you check out her channel as well. Most of you already know her. But this is my very first solo live. She has done solos before, but I have not. So this was very fun, and I appreciate all of your support. So see you guys later, and I'll see you in the groups as well. Bye-bye for now.